YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back. Let's dive right into it. Let's not waste any time. I'm here to give you guys some information about the Afsc 3 Echo 1X1. The Afsc is HVAC, heating, ventilation, AC, and refrigeration. This is the Afsc that I'm currently studying and that I'll be graduating tech school here real soon. So first, let's recap on how I came about getting this job. I came in the Air Force Open Mechanical, and this job with others, but this job specifically was on the top of my list. It was on the top of my list because it transfers very easily into the civilian sector. At any point, if I get out of the military, I'll have something that I can fall right into once I get out. So that's how I got this job. Now let's dive right into the details of this Afsc. So for anybody out there that just wanted to know my job or just wanted to know information about this Afsc, I'm gonna give you guys basically all the details so you guys know what to expect in this career field at tech school. So I got my notebook here. I'm gonna be focusing on topics here so I don't go off on any tangents or anything. So let's get right into it. Once again, 3 Echo 1X1 HVAC. This tech school is going to be 93 days. Now this tech school used to be 99 days, but they restructured the course because a lot of stuff that they currently using in operation, they were teaching those things, but those things were being phased out. They wasn't using those tactics, those techniques anymore outside of the classroom. So operational let the schoolhouse know, hey, they don't need to know that information no more. So they reworked and restructured the educational material for HVAC. So when I got to tech school, it was supposed to be 99 days, but they just switched it to 93 days. So HVAC is currently 93 days. It's at Sheppard Air Force Base in Texas. So if you were to get this Afsc or any civil engineer job, well, majority of the civil engineer jobs, you'll be leaving basic training from San Antonio and coming to Sheppard Air Force Base by bus. This course is 16 blocks. Now blocks are days allotted based on the current material that's being taught. So let's say I'm teaching you first topic is going to take us 5 days to learn. Second topic going allow us 7 days. So each block has a certain amount of days. The blocks you have 16 total blocks, and those blocks is going to cover a total of 93 days. Now the blocks are split up. The blocks are split up as 7, which are quals classes. In your quals classes, you're going to be learning the basics of electrical, heating, AC, refrigeration, commercial refrigeration. You're also going to take EPA, because dealing with refrigeration, you have to deal with refrigerant, and you have to be certified to deal with that refrigerant. So you're going to be learning those specific basic fundamentals in the quals portion of the course. Now in the quals portion of the course is more lecture based. You'll get a couple hands-on, knowing how to hook up certain things, knowing how to charge a system, recover a system, how to turn on a furnace, how to turn on a boiler, know the operations, but it's more lecture based. Now once you get into the other blocks, the unique portion, that's going to be 9 blocks. That's where you're going to be hands-on majority of the time. It's still lecture. The lecture portion of the unique part of the course is just review of what you already learned, bringing it back up, because they hitting you with this information so fast that you may forget it, and then they just review it with you, and then you go in and you working hands-on. So the second portion of the course is more hands-on. That's where you're going to be being able to put to work everything you learned in the earlier portion of the block. Now, what can you expect out of this course? You can expect fast pace right out the gate. They're gonna hit you with a lot of information. Now, tech school, this isn't like college where you're gonna be, okay, you got a day here, then come back and you got a day here. They hit you with 8 hours of work. Now, you're not gonna be working for 8 hours. It's 50 minutes, 10 minutes off. Depending on your instructor, you may have 15, 45, 45 and 15 off. You got your lunch, but you get to the schoolhouse at 7 a.m. and you leave the schoolhouse at 1600, which is 4 o'clock. So you're basically there all day. At least 8 hours of your day is at the schoolhouse, Monday through Friday. So they're going to be hitting you hard with a lot of information. So you want to have a way that you're going to be able to study and you're going to be able to retain this information, pass a test. That's one of the things that I totally forgot to bring up. On the quals portion, your first 7 blocks, those blocks, at the end of those blocks, you're going to have tests. They're called block tests. They're going to basically ask you questions based on the information that you learned in that certain block, those certain days. They're going to hit you with 25 questions, 20 questions, 10 questions. You have to pass with a minimum of 70%. If you do not pass your block test, they give you another opportunity. But with that opportunity comes studying time. It also comes other things that they have to do to make sure, like, was there a disconnect with certain information that you didn't retain or you didn't understand. So that's how those block tests, and you retake it. Now, if you retake it and pass, guess what? You get to stay with your class and you get to move on to the next block. If you don't pass the block test, they reevaluate. They see, are you really retaining this information? Are you taking it serious? Are you taking the proper steps to learn the material? If they see that you learning the material, but you just need to maybe get a little bit more time with the material, they'll go ahead on and, it's called wash back. They'll hold you back from that class and they'll put you in a class that's going to be in that block. So they're going to wash you back a class, so then you can learn the information and take another look. You may need another crack at the information. You may not retain a certain subject the first time, the second time, maybe it needs to take you 3 times. So they'll wash you back. Now, depending on your schoolhouse, our schoolhouse, the washbacks are usually a week or 2 weeks. So that might hold you, well, it will hold your graduation off for 1 to 2 weeks. Now, other schoolhouses, you could be waiting a month and a half. And if they don't see that you're retaining the information well, they'll go ahead on and just kick you out of the schoolhouse, in which you'll have to reclass and try to get another job, or depending on the situation of why you're getting kicked out and the extent, they may just go ahead on and kick you out of the Air Force. So that's what you can expect out of the schoolhouse, especially in HVAC. Like I said, fast paced. It's gonna be real fast. You don't understand how fast it is, that how they're gonna be banging information, and just, you got to be able to retain this information. That's one of the key things. You want to be able to retain this information because you're gonna have to put it to work. You got to be able to know the information, know the operation, and know how to apply it. That's one of the 3 main things that you need to have, and need to have a plan of attack to make sure you pass this course. Now, one of the things I love about the HVAC course, it's basically gonna be tech school wide. This is one of the things I love. Real instructors. You're gonna have real instructors, people who've actually worked in the field. You're gonna have civilians that's retired, and you're gonna have people who are your instructors that worked in the field, and they're on an assignment here to teach you the craft, teach you your career. They got real instructors, man. You just don't understand going to college and just listening to people that teach you the material but never really worked. Once you get here, you'll appreciate, like, these people know their stuff. They know their shit. And you'll definitely appreciate people who taking college classes and then came to the Air Force. You'll appreciate how fucking good these damn instructors are. Now with these instructors, they're a little bit more loose. They're not your college. They don't care about your feelings and stuff like that. They'll come at you. They'll challenge you. they'll also joke around with you, and they'll have fun with you. That's why I love the instructors here. They well trained, they know their stuff. So just to reiterate, 93 days long, you're going to be learning about heat and ventilation, air conditioning, refrigeration. You're going to be learning the systems that you're going to be working on in operational. And the good thing about this, the same systems we got in the operational, they got them at your house, at your family house, your cousin house, your neighbor house, somebody's house in another state. These are the same systems that you can go home and work on at your house. So this is a great career field to get into, to get that experience and learn how to work on these systems. And then you can stay in, you can move up, or you can go to the civilian world and be able to get a job right off the bat because you already got the skills in the Air Force, and they transfer so smooth to the civilian world. So that's basically my job in general. It goes in a little bit more details, but you'll learn that once you get here to tech school. Now, if you have any questions about my career and my career field that I'm going into, let me know in the comment section. Also, if you guys want any other AFSCs looked at, I'm going to be out at Sheppard. I'm not going to be here long. I'm going to try to interview some different types of career, some people, some other airmen that's in those career fields, try to get some information for you guys so you guys know what to expect and what these jobs really entail. So I'm going to holler at y'all in the next video. Deuces.